today. We get a lot of rain in Wales, but it's sunny.
What about lockdown? Are you working from home or?
I have had to move my work to home, so I have been working from home for nearly 4 months now. And we're a little bit behind you in Wales in what has opened up. So we've got shops now opening, and just a few days, I think, behind you in England, but a bit more cautious in Wales.
Yeah. Well, we have got to live with it. We have got to live with COVID. It's not that. Yeah, I say we have got to live with COVID.
Indeed, learn how to manage it, haven't we, and live differently.
Yes, yes.
Yeah.
Okay. Sorry to interrupt. We are just live. Uncle, tamaru jane video daru dekhadu nathi, Natu bhai.
No, muke dau chu barobar.
Yeah, I think this is better. Yes, this is much better. Uncle, I'll quickly share your PPT. Just wanted to make sure that we are on correct track.
Sure.
Uncle, I'll quickly share your PPT. Just wanted to make sure that we are on correct track.
Oh, okay. Thanks. Sure.
This is the one, right, Uncle?
Oh, that's all right.
Uncle, I'll quickly share your PPT. Just wanted to make sure that we are on correct track.
Oh, okay. Thanks. That's okay.
Sure. This is the one, right, Uncle?
Oh, that's fine.
Uncle, I'll quickly share your PPT. Just wanted to make sure that we are on correct track.
Oh, okay. Thanks. That's okay.
Sure.
That's okay.
So we'll be going live in 2 minutes. Natu bhai, Liz lives in Wales, and she works for the government and parliament. Just to give a background. Can you hear me, Natu bhai?
Oh, yes, I can hear you.
Liz lives in Wales, and
So, Liz, what do you do in government?
I work for the permanent body of the Senedd, the Welsh Parliament, which is the body that provides all the services and enables the members to do their legislative work, scrutinise the government and those kind of things. So yes, I've worked there for 7 years now.
Wonderful, wonderful.
Yeah. It's a very positive place to be, actually. It's interesting watching, especially in the last few months, what goes behind the scenes and the hard work that goes on. But I think in Wales, being a small parliament, it's a very positive place, and I've enjoyed it. Yeah.
Wonderful, wonderful, wonderful.
I'm grateful for this work.
I was in Leicester for 28 years as GP.
Okay.
And I retired here doing only interfaith and social work and
Wonderful.
Government, etc.
Yeah, wonderful.
Nearly for last 23 years now.
Gosh. It's yeah, I have great respect for the amount of work you've done. Continue to do. I think that's wonderful. I think when you have time to do it, it's lovely to give that back, isn't it?
Yeah, thank you very much.
Yeah. I hope one day I can say the same.
No, I'm sure you can do better than us. As compared to us, now there are better facilities.
Oh,
when we created one Jain center in Leicester, which has become a major tourist attraction for city of Leicester. And at that time, there was no fax even. In those days, we were.
They were nice, slower days, I think. I remember before computers. And before faxes.
Okay, we go. It's 11 o'clock. we'll be going live now. So Jai Jinendra, welcome to the 7th session of online meditation. Samarpan meditation is a complete natural. All one has to do is merge one's existence with the nature. By doing regular meditation, you become pure and your chitta become pure. Swamiji's message on the 18th of July 2020, the radiation of strong chitta itself is visible around the body in the form of aura. Aura is a simple term and it's a magnetic field around your body which is present 24 hours around us to protect us. Now, let me welcome Dr. Natubai Shah, the founder of Jain Center. Natubai.
Thank you very much. Jai Jinendra. What does Jai Jinendra mean? It means honor to the people who have conquered themselves, not others. We honor, and we all can conquer ourselves. It is we are helping Jai Jinendra, honor to the people to help ourselves. Few people may not be knowing about Jainism. First thing, we work together with Samarpan Meditation and Jain Center. I'll talk about Jain Center in few seconds. We work together for promoting meditation, which ultimately helps us. There are different kinds of meditation. Now, Jainism was revived by Mahavir nearly 2,600 years back. He was contemporary of Buddha. He was 30 years older than Buddha. And for meditation point of view, there is no better person who has done meditation than Mahavir himself. Mahavir used to meditate 22 hours after being renunciated himself. For 12 years, he meditated 22 hours a day. You can imagine. And he has left a lot of legacy, a lot of other things. We are all interested in meditation, and meditation helps to remove our karmas around which are around our soul and makes our soul pure. And that is the whole objective, is to make the soul pure, achieve moksha, after which there is no further birth, and we are always in permanent happiness, bliss, friendship to all, equality, and so on, for example. And it is done only by self-effort. No, it cannot be done by grace. Teachers can teach us, but we all have to do meditation. Now I'll talk about Jain Center in London. We created one in Leicester. Now I'm involved in Jain Center in London. It will be 3-storied building, 30,000 square. Can you show slides, please?
Okay.
Okay. I'm involved in Jain Center in London. Okay, 3-storied building, 30,000 square. Can you show slides, please? Yeah. Is 30,000 square feet building. I'm involved in Jain Center in London. Okay, 3-storied building, 30,000 square. Can you show slides, please? Put the voice down, please. Is 30,000 square feet building. I'm involved in Jain Center in London. Okay, 3-storied building, 30,000 square. Can you show slides, please? Put the voice. Paras, can you take the voice out of the slides? In Jain Center in London. They all like, I'll talk about 30,000 square. Can you show slides? Put the voice. Paras, can you take the voice out of the slides? In Jain Center in London. They all like, I'll talk about 30,000 square. Can you show slides? Put the voice. Is the voice off from the slides? Can you take the voice out from the slide in the Jain Center in London? They were like, I'll talk without slide. Can you show the slide? Okay, it is 30,000 square feet built up area, 3-story building. On the top floor, all traditions of Jainism, all in Jains over 26,000 years. 30,000 square feet. We have got 4 major traditions. We provide place of worship and study all major traditions. Parents, is it possible to take the voice off the slide? We have got, or put the slides off. I'll talk without slides. Okay. All right. We have got 3 floors. Top floor is for Jains, all Jain major traditions. I won't call say Catholics and Protestants and Methodists and everybody under one roof. It would be great, isn't it? But we are trying to do everybody in the way through place for everybody. Then ground floor and the first floor, there will be community center. The community center open to everybody. On first floor, we are making a multi-phase center where 9 major historical phases have been represented there. It's starting from when there'll be concept, there'll be more, some showcases as well, and it's a 400 square feet room. We are providing e-library there and a normal library there in the multi-phase center. And this is first of its kind also in London even, for example, everything at one stop. Idea is to provide resources for school, colleges, educational institutions, and then they learn about Jainism. The 9 phases, what we are calling, are Baha'i, Buddhism, then Christianity, then Hinduism, Islam, Jainism, Judaism, then comes Sikhism, and Zoroastrian. All 9 phases, so that we are all working together, that everybody can come. And when visitors or school resources, they come, they feel there is everything. On the first floor, there's a big hall, which can sit 400 people, which right from the beginning, we are putting electronic curtains. As a result, when you close, if somebody wants 100 people, 200 people, or 400 people, we can accommodate everybody. Then behind that, there are 4 visitors' rooms. That means scholars, etc. say they can stay there. 1 visitor rooms at the top. On the second floor, it will be white marble. I'm talking intricate white marble carving, beautiful, for which we Jains are known throughout the world. It will be something, so that even Leicester, for example, from Cardiff, etc. A lot of one Professor Johnson, he used to bring coaches every year. For last 2-3 years, he has not come, but he used to bring it in. And the same way, it is open to everybody. Then ground floor is entrance is beautiful. Then reception is 925 square feet reception. Entrance over 600 square feet, like 1500 square feet open area. And we are modernized at the same time, flexible. Director's office, other administrative stuff. But the best thing what we have done is providing a cafe stroke restaurant which can sit 100 people at a time. And there we are going to provide vegetarian food and vegan food so that anybody can there. Now, area where I'm working is near the station, the Colindale, 4 to 5 minutes from the tube station. The council's main office is also situated. That borough is growing so much that within few years, 10,500 flats are being built, where I'm also involved in Colonial Community Development Trust. I'm a trustee there as well. So that this population requires some sort of community center and hall, intermingle, and a lot of activities, right from advice center, advocacy, the health and well-being, then the education, cultural, all activities will happen. But it is what I believe, this will be our gift to the North London, so that it becomes something as a tourist attraction, as well as everybody can visit. It belongs to everybody. We are just there to manage it. Luckily, for managing community center part, Colonial Community Center has agreed, for example, to manage the community center, booking, etc., so that we are at the level what is required in this country. Professionally, it will manage. This is what we are doing. The cost of the building, all right, we bought this place in 2010, demolished. Now it has been demolished totally. We are using that. It requires 8 million pounds. We are always trying to raise money for building fund. One can be member, one can put bricks, one can do bricks just 100 pounds, for example, or whatever one can give. For the we are always looking for funds. Out of 8 million, for example, we have raised around about 3 million pounds at the moment, and trying to raise. And we hope work is going on. We'll be hoping by the time within a year or two, we'll be able to raise money, and it will be something which will give our gift to the whole United Kingdom. Then please be part of it, support it either by volunteers, financially, or even by blessings. Naturally, Swamiji has blessed us, things will carry on. And in India, all Jain acharyas, etc., they are blessed us. Here, all Jain organizations also bless us. And hopefully, we'll be able to deliver this in 2022. Thank you very much for listening to me. Thank you. Paras, further.
Okay. Thank you, Nattu Bhai. I will be just showing the PPT because there is some issue when we are talking and its echo is going up. But I'll just give you a brief idea of the PPT so that people can understand. So I'll just. So I will 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 just. So hope you have seen the PPT. You can clearly see, but there was some issue on that internet issue. But we'll go further with our schedule. So next we having we'll be playing the video from Maharaj Sahib, Jain Tirth Shankeshwar, which is Letish Mukesh Maharaj Sahib ji. And I'll be sharing the video now.
जय शंकेश्वर, जय महावीर। आज जय संकेश्वर, जय महावीर। आज जय संकेश्वर डांडे जय महावीर। आज डांडे जय महावीर। समर्पण आज डांडे जीवन जय महावीर। समर्पण आज डांडे जीवन जय महावीर। समर्पण आज डांडे जीवन जय महावीर। सभी ने ध्यान के द्वारा ऊर्जा को प्राप्त किया। ऐसा ही हमें शिव कृपा।
I think there is some issue with this technically from Zoom, that when we are playing the video that it's coming of echo. Can you hear it clearly, or there was an echo? Okay, we'll go further with our schedule because I think we need to report them because it's the second time it happened. Let me welcome Samarpan meditation speaker Liz Jardine. She's the trustee of Samarpan UK. Liz, if you can share your experience.
Thank you, Paras. I hope you can hear me okay. Tell me if there's any problem. I know these days technical problems are quite common, and we have to work with them in this remote world. But I'm really grateful. Thank you so much for inviting me, and thank you, Dr. Nathubai, for introducing the session. In thinking about what I wanted to say today, I can only really share my experience, but I realized this morning that it is exactly 19 years since I started on this journey with meditation when Swamiji came to the day. And I met him for the first time, and he shared an experience through the power of sharing the vibrations, pure vibrations with me, with all of us who are sitting with him, listening. And through that high vibration that he imparts through this meditation, he imparted awakening and a realization of my soul in a way that, even though I had a spiritual life up to then, a seeking spiritual life, I had never experienced anything quite like it. And the meditation that he gives enables us to connect to that high vibration every day. And that journey over the course of the 19 years seems a long time, but every day brings a new beauty with the meditation, because it is a journey. And I've come to understand that when Swamiji talks to us and shares his teaching, which we get in little bits every single day through the incredible power of technology these days, we can have the words from an enlightened soul speaking right into us every day. I might not understand what he says every day, but the vibration that comes with it over time works inside, and it brings a realization. And something that Swamiji is talking a lot about, in fact, both Paras introduced at the beginning of the session, he's been talking a lot recently about the power of chitta. Chitta is not a familiar word in the English language. There isn't an equivalent, but it's the power of our attention. Where we put our attention is important. And he talks about the purity of keeping the purity of our chitta, and how we can do that through meditation, and how it's easy to destroy our chitta if we're not careful by putting our attention in the wrong place. And it's something that's become very real in the last period of time through this incredible global experience that we're all having, is that if we are not attentive to where we put our chitta, that it can cause us a great deal of problems. We become disturbed, we become afraid. And I had listened to a friend, an acquaintance who lives in America, talking a few days ago, and it really brought home to me how much meditation has transformed the way I feel and my experience of life. Because he was talking about how incredibly difficult he's found it living in a world where he's now afraid of his human friends. He has to keep a distance. There's a bit of a coldness about not being able to go into a friend's house and share in the same way, not being able to walk in nature without feeling he's got to wear a mask or feeling afraid. And I listened to him and I felt compassion, because I realized that that's not my experience at all with meditation. Meditation has developed over time within me a feeling of great safety and security. And I think that comes through the connection with Swamiji, who just covers us with this protective layer of his high vibrations and presence that we feel through meditation. And however difficult it is in the world, and a lot of my attention, my chitta, has been in things that I've had to deal with in my work. I work at the Welsh Parliament, and it's very busy and very intense working through. And I came more strongly to realize how powerful our chitta can be to keep us connected, to keep us in a positive place. But we don't have to struggle to try to do that. So what I experienced with meditation is that as I began to do it daily and connect to this high vibration, I noticed my thoughts became much more aware of my thoughts. My negative ones became painful, and slowly I realized I didn't want them anymore. And it was a trigger that helped me to recognize them, because I began to feel them. I began to become awake to them. I noticed then, as time progressed and I became more positive, that my positive thoughts felt heavy, and that actually in meditation, when there's no thought, over time you get more times when there's no thought, that was where I wanted to be. That was the better place. That was more peaceful, more complete. And over time, bit by bit, with regular meditation, I found that feeling that I got with meditation, that inner sense of connection to my soul, connection to nature, began to pervade the rest of my life. And I haven't stopped with this meditation for 19 years because of that experience. And I think that has been the process of meditation for me, and it's continued year on year, day on day, and I know it will continue. And that, just like I understand, our Jain friends that we're connected with have a great sense of the purity of life and work for purity and the connection with our soul and the purification of our soul, and for self-realization and liberation ultimately, that there is also a great importance on the purity of our chitta, that our body is not enough. The purity of our body, the purity of the things that we do is not enough. That it's come home to me the last few months, how valuable the purity of our attention is and where we put our attention. And just really to finish, I wanted to talk instead of talking. I could do lots of that, but I just wanted to share Swamiji's words that he has shared over the past 2 months. The little bit of daily meditation, the daily messages that he shared, and it won't take long to go through, but they're far more valuable than any words I can say. So if you'll permit me, I will just read what Swamiji says about the chitta, because it has a great relevance for us at this time in particular, and for our future. He talks about this becoming a time when our chitta power is going to become eminent in the world and protect us. So from the 1st of June, he started with his daily messages in this way. The upcoming new era will be one of chitta power. This era will be the one that is after the coronavirus. Now your future depends only on what is the state of your chitta. The future depends only on how pure you manage to keep your chitta during a bad phase also. Your future depends only on the extent to which you have managed to take care of your chitta. This will depend on the collectivity of the chitta in which your chitta remains. The chitta is not mobile on its own, thoughts carry it. The chitta becomes strong by remaining in a thoughtless state. The power of chitta is the power of Paramatma, of God personified. The power of the chitta is the gift given by Paramatma to all human beings. The chitta gets destroyed when it is put on the faults of other people. Something that is impossible can also become possible with the power of the chitta. The more it remains inward, the stronger it becomes. The past as well as the future can also be seen through the chitta. Our soul is directly connected to our chitta. A pure chitta bestows you with mental peace and increases the power of your soul. The more you remain turned inwards, your chitta will become that much stronger. Don't dirty your chitta by placing it on other people's faults. The chitta of human beings is becoming weaker day by day. Always preserve the power of your chitta. That is Paramatma's, God's gift. The chitta always gets destroyed in bad company and bad collectivity, but becomes strong in the collectivity of good chittas. Remaining thoughtless itself is the solution to keeping the chitta within. The chitta also remains outside when one has bad thoughts. Even having good thoughts keeps the chitta outside. The place where you are present is not important. What is important is the place on which your chitta is focused. Wherever your chitta is today, it absorbs good or bad energy from there itself. Keeping it continuously on your body itself destroys the chitta because the body is perishable. One obtains a state of thoughtlessness by focusing one's chitta on the sky. The chitta becomes strong by keeping it focused on the sky. With a strong chitta, even the impossible can become possible. And finally, chitta shakti energy is undoubtedly always Paramatma's energy, God's energy. The holier and purer the chitta, the stronger it will be. The radiance of a strong chitta itself is visible around the body in the form of an aura. Only a pure soul's chitta is also pure and strong. He says much more than that, but that for me is where I feel meditation has a great value, especially in this day and age, in this particular present moment, that we can sit with meditation. And the power of the Samarpan meditation is that the guru is behind it, sharing this amazing high vibration just because it flows from him. And all we have to do is sit and receive. There's no effort, there's no requirement from us, but to open ourselves to receive. And as Dr. Nathubai said, to discipline ourselves to sit every day and meditate and receive. And that's been my experience over these 19 years, that it flows to me without effort on my part. In fact, my effort gets in the way, that I don't need to do anything. I have nothing to bring but an open heart for it. And through the process of meditation, our chitta will become stronger, our aura will become stronger, and that protective field around us becomes stronger, and we experience inner peace. And that's why I realize I haven't experienced the fear that my friends and colleagues and acquaintances have, or the uncertainty. It ceases to matter because of that connection to the high vibration and that protection. So on that, I would just pass over to Paras and say, let's meditate and experience that same experience that we can connect to every day. And the little and often is enough to keep us protected, to keep us topped up and clean and clear and pure. And thank you very much for inviting me here today. And I hope that your journey with meditation can continue.
Thank you, Liz, for your wonderful experience and sharing your experience. Now, what we'll be doing is we'll be doing the meditation. Before we go through the meditation, let me go through the process so that everyone can go about and sit and prepare themselves. So let me guide you to the process of how to connect to the meditation. Few things you can do are light a candle if you can. It is optional for everyone, but if you light a candle, it helps you to burn your thoughts and stay thoughtlessness. Be in the present. Now, if possible, please try to sit on the ground comfortably with your back straight. The people who cannot sit on the ground can sit on the chair or a sofa and put your feet connected to the ground, the Mother Earth. Please sit it calmly. We'll be playing a meditation CD, which will have an invitation to the positive energy. We can all repeat after Swamiji. After inviting the positive energy, we have to sit calmly. At the end of the music, there'll be a prayer which we can all repeat together. And then there'll be a special prayer in collectivity of pure soul for the development of Jain Center. If we can follow after me, please. Please keep your palm facing upwards towards the sky on your knees. Now, please take your right hand slowly on the top of your head. Press it gently and move it in a clockwise direction for 3 times. This helps you attention to put on your head, on a crown chakra. Close your eyes slowly and bring your hand back to the same position. I'll be playing the CD.
गुरुर्ब्रह्मा गुरुर्विष्णु गुरुर्देवो महेश्वरा गुरुर्साक्षात् परब्रह्म तस्मै श्री गुरुवे नमः। मेरे साथ गुरुर्ब्रह्मा गुरुर्विष्णु गुरुर्देवो महेश्वरा गुरुर्साक्षात् परब्रह्म तस्मै श्री गुरुवे नमः। मेरे साथ ध्यान की शुरुआत करेंगे। मैं एक पवित्र आत्मा हूँ। मैं एक शुद्ध आत्मा हूँ। मैं एक पवित्र आत्मा हूँ। मैं एक शुद्ध आत्मा हूँ। मैं एक पवित्र आत्मा हूँ। मैं एक शुद्ध आत्मा हूँ। तो अपने चित्त को तालुआ पर रख के ध्यान करें। प्रार्थना करेंगे, हे परमात्मा, हम सभी पवित्र आत्माएं आपको हृदय से प्रार्थना करते हैं कि सारे विश्व में शांति हो, सारे विश्व के आत्माओं की आध्यात्मिक उन्नति हो एवं सर्वांगीण उन्नति हो। यही हम सब आत्माओं की शुद्ध इच्छा है। नमस्कार करेंगे।
Let me pray for the development of the Jain Center. We can all repeat after me. हम सभी पवित्र आत्माएं आपको सच्चे हृदय से प्रार्थना करते हैं कि जैन सेंटर लंदन का विकास का काम जल्दी से जल्द पूरा हो और सभी को इसका लाभ हो। यही हम सभी पवित्र आत्माओं की शुद्ध इच्छा है। We're doing Shanti part. If we can all repeat after me. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. I'd like to do the vote of thanks now. I want to thank Dr. Natubai Shah and all trustee and management of Jain Network for your support. Thank you, Liz Jardine, for your experience sharing. Thank you, Pratap Shah, for your video for Mara Sahib. Thank you, Samarpan Meditation UK and Shikupanand Swami Foundation for your support. Thank you all for joining. Looking forward to see you on the next section, which is 26th of July at 9:30 a.m. UK time. We also have a regular meditation session taking place every Thursday in London at 8:30 p.m. And also Somerset Samarpan Meditation groups meets meditation sessions on Monday, Thursday, and Sunday at 7:30 p.m. If anyone wishes to join, it's via online Zoom, can contact me. I can share the details. I request you to all start doing meditation at your home every day and connect to your inner soul. Sorry for the issue today took place due to the technical via Zoom. We'll be reporting them because it's the second time had happened. So we might go next time through YouTube Live, but we'll just report them again for this issue. Sorry for the inconvenience caused. Thank you.